subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
In order to learn how to create array, I have created a simple HTML. Inside body we have a script tag. Let's create an array where students equals to square brackets, and inside square brackets we have element as John, which is our student name, then Amy, then Rose. Now this is our students array. Now to check it on our browser, we simply console.log students. Now click on right click and open with live server in browser. Now click on the right and click inspect. Now if you go to the console, let's increase its height. As you can see, there is array of length 3. Let's refresh this again to see it clearly. Now you can see we have an array, that is our students array, John, Amy and Rose at index 0, 1 and 2. Also we can create another array, employees, by writing where employees equals to blank array of square brackets, and let's assign value at index 0. So at index 0 it should be suppose Rose, then employees at index 1, or let me employees at index 2. Let's create this first 1, and it is Chris, and employee 2 equals to suppose Evans, right? So now if I console.log this employees array, you will see employee array has been created in our console. Let me refresh it again, and everything is good. Now let's check our as you can see we have our new array, that is employees, Rose, Chris, Evans in index 1, 2 and 3. Now we can also create an array by using new keyword. So for that, let's create an array where cars equals to new array, and let's pass the value of our cars. So it should be BMW, Audi and then Maruti. Now this will create an array of cars. Now console.log cars. Now let's save the changes and go to the browser. As you can see, we have a new array, BMW, Audi and Maruti. This is how you can create arrays. Now we will learn how to check if a variable is an array or not. So in order to check that, we will declare first an array, that is our students, equals to square brackets, and inside that some elements. Student name as Sean, Steve with capital S, and then Jason. Now I'll simply, in order to check whether if it is array or not, we have one thing that is named as instance of. So I will write console.log students instance of array. So this will check whether our students variable is instance of array. If it is, then it will return us true. Now save the changes and let's go to the browser. As you can see, we have true in our console. Now again, there is one more method by using which you can check whether if it is array or not. So that is array.isArray. So isArray is a function and pass the array, that is our students. Now you will see that it is also true because it is checking that our student is true, that our student is array, that's why it is true. Let's create an object where person with the name something Emily, and suppose I color, no, let's age only, age 25. Now if I try to console.log, I'll just simply copy paste that thing, and let's replace students with our person object. Now if I try to replace person with student, yeah, now as you can see it is false and false because our person is an object, not an array. So person is instance of array is not true. Now let's check if person is an instance of object or not. So it should come true because it is an object. So as you can see it is true, false, true and false, right? So this is how we can check an array. Now in this video we will learn how to access the elements of an array. So now let's create an array first. It is where students equals to square brackets and element as John, then let's Emily, then let's add the Stephen. Now in order to access the elements of array, we will write console.log students. We will check the students first. Yeah, it is coming right with their indexes. For John it is 0, for Emily it is 1, and for Stephen it is 2. Now in order to access John, we will write console.log in brackets students, then square brackets of 0 because index of John is 0. As you can see we have John in our console. In the similar fashion we can write console.log students at index, which means square bracket at 1. This will give us Emily. Now as you can see we have Emily. In the similar fashion we will write console.log students at index 2. Now we will get Stephen as our console. Yeah, as you can see it is Stephen. So let's write document.write and let's pass value students at index 0. So in the browser you will be able to see it is John. So this is how we can access the element of an array. And if I try to do some more changes, students 2, this is Stephen. Now if I try to console.log 3, because our 3 index is not present, it will give us undefined. So this is how we can access the element of an array. In this video, we will learn how to loop through an array. So we have many loops: for loop, while loop, do while loop and for each loop. For now we will check for loop. We have our array where students having value John, Emily and Stephen. Let's create a function call me loop, and inside that function we will create a for loop. For variable I equals to 0, where I equals to 0 colon I is less than students dot length and I plus plus. We are writing students dot length because we want it to loop till the length of our array. Now if I console.log students brackets of I, and we will do a simple call of our function, that is call me loop. Now save the changes. In the browser we can see John, Emily, Stephen. So these are the elements of our array. which we are getting by using for loop. Let's add one more person in our students array, that is Chris, and as you can see, Chris is present in our console. So let's try one more thing, that is document.write students of I. If I write it like this, you can see we have John, Emily, Stephen and Chris. This is how we can do for loop through an array. We have seen for loop. Now we will see one another method, that is for each loop. So we will write students, that is our array, and for each method. This for each method have item and a arrow function, and we will write simply console.log item. This for each will iterate over our array and will give us result as John, Emily, Stephen and Chris in the form of item. This also supports index. Now if I write item comma index, and we will add console.log item comma index as a string and index as a parameter. Now as you can see, we have John at index 0, Emily at index 1, Stephen at index 2. Now here we will learn methods of an array. In this video we will learn methods of an array. So now we have our array students with value John, Emily, Stephen and Chris. So our first method is length. By using length we can determine what is the length of our array. So I can write console.log students.length. So now as you can see, it is 4. This is how we can get the length. Now we will see one more thing, that is sort method. So let's write console.log students.sort method. This sort method will arrange the item of our array into an ascending order. Now if I see the console, you can see our elements are now arranged in ascending order, starting with Chris, Emily and then John, then Stephen. Now we will see another method, which is now we will check it for numbers. So let's create where nums 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do it or add some random numbers 2, 5, 6, 4, 3, 1. And now console.log nums.sort. Now you can see in the browser the array has been sorted in an ascending order 1 to 6. Now we can go ahead and check what we can learn. Now we will see a method which is every. So let's create a variable num and let's pass some values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. Now in every method what we will do, console.log nums.every, then in bracket items arrow function, arrow items is greater than 10. So this will check if all elements in our nums is greater than 10 or not. So it will give us false because we don't have any value which is greater than 10. Now if I change it to less than, now you can see it is true. So this is how every is working here. Now if I try to change it by 5, it is giving us true. Now we will see sum method. So console.log nums.sum item equals to. So this sum method checks if some of the elements satisfies a given condition. Not every element, it is some element. So item is less than 10. If item is less than 10, it will give us true, because some items are less than true in our array. Now it will check if some items are greater than 10. So none of our items is greater than 10. That's why it is false. Now we will check one another method, that is our filter. So this filter method will filter the array based on the given condition and will give us another new array which is the filtered one. So nums.filter item is greater than 2. So this will give greater than 5. So this will give us all the terms in an array which is greater than 5. As you can see, it is 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we will check for less than 5. As you can see, it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 again. So this is how filter method works in JavaScript. Let's try one another method which is map. So map is kind of iteration again. Let's write console.log nums.map is item equals to arrow item into suppose 2. So this will multiply all the items inside our array with 2. Now if you can see, our array is updated to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that is multiplied by 2. Now if I change multiplication with plus, you will see the values are now changed to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is how map works in our array. Now we will check reduce method. So reduce method basically checks the previous and current value and give us a single value. So nums reduce previous comma current, then equals to previous plus current. In this array you can see that total of our value should be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 1. It would be giving our answer as 46 because addition of previous plus current is there. So now if you can check the value, we will add one more bracket here. So adding the bracket will resolve our error. Now let's go and check. As you can see, we have 46 because it have this reduce method gives us the single value with the reference of previous and current measure. Now we will check one more method, that is reverse. So this reverse will simply reverse our array. So for now, let's remove all this code and also let's make it more above. So console.log nums.reverse function. So now let's for our clarity, we will remove this one. Now if you can check on the browser, it is starting from 987. This means our array has been reversed. Now we will see another method, that is something we called as, let's remove reverse first, and yeah, so let's go ahead and let's see what is shift method. So shift method will remove the first item from our array and it will give the length. Now this method will modify our array also. As you can see, the modification is 1, and if I console.log our array, now if I console.log our array, so our array is now been modified. So shift method removes the first element from our array and modifies our array. Now if we go to the console, you can see our array starting from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 1 is removed from our array. So there is one more another method. Let me create first console.log nums as original array so that we can differentiate between what is original array and what is the modified array. So this was our original array and this is now the modified array. Let's go and check one another method, that is unshift. So in unshift, what we will do, we will console.log nums.unshift and we will pass the value. So this unshift value will add this value what we are passing to the first of our array. Now as you can see, original array is starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Now if I console.log nums, you will see the first element will be 10 in our array. So let me write some string here, that is modified array. So as you can see, the modified array having the first element as 10, whereas our original array was having first element as 1. So this is how unshift works. Now we will see one more method, that is pop. So this pop method will remove the element from the end of the array. So nums.pop, and now this will give you the length of our new array. So it is 9 now. As you can see, it is from 1 to 9. So if I console.log nums with modified string, we can see the 9th element is now removed from our array. So 9 in the original array, we can see there is 9 at the end, but in our modified array it is not there. Now we have one more method, that is push. So this push method will add the element that we pass to this push method to the end of our array. So nums.push 10 and let's check. So this will give us the new length of our array, that is 10. So now if I console.log nums, that is a modified nums, so we will be seeing that 10 has been added after 9 to our original array. Now if I save the changes, you will be able to see that original array is having element 1 to 9 and the modified array is having element 1 to 10. So these are the methods in our array.